Your cable test has failed, and you need to figure out why. So we see here we failed near-end crosstalk and return loss. I'm going to go to my Details tab and scroll down and show you two tools here, NEXT Locator and RL Locator. First, we'll look at NEXT Locator. We're going to pinpoint the source of the near-end crosstalk failure. One of the most common cable failures for copper cable. We can see here a TDR trace of the cable. Along the bottom here you see the length, and then here we see the magnitude of the event. And we see these event markers, and we can see the first one starts at about 3 feet or so. It's actually going to cover the beginning where we're connected to the panel at the main end. And then right out here at the far end, we see one out at about 90 feet. And that is another crosstalk failure. And then there's one midspan in the cable at about 43 feet. So each of these events are a little different. The one midspan is a kink in the cable. The one at the beginning is a poor termination causing crosstalk. And then the one at the far end is a very bad termination where I've intentionally untwisted the pairs about 2 inches to create the crosstalk. So that allows you to find those events. The other locator is our RL locator, return loss locator. And when we click on that, we see a similar graph. Now this graph you can actually zoom in on. If you wanted to click and drag down and right, you can zoom in on an event if you'd like. I'm going to just back out of that. You can also isolate the pairs in here by selecting the plot, but I want to show you the event table and the event map. So if I click on event table, here I see for 1 and 2, I've got a bad connector at the near end at about 6.2 feet, and then one at the far end at 93.4 feet. So I'm going to check those terminations at both ends. And then we don't see anything for the other pairs. It's just 1 and 2 where we've got this issue. And then for our event map, same information, but now it's in a linear fashion. So we see these red X's. If we click on each of these, it tells us where that is, what type of problem it is. If it was a short, it would say short here. And then we click on the one at the far end, and we see that's 93.4 feet away. So that's how you find failures with the NEXT Locator and the RL Locator.